going on, everybody? I'm Antonio the Realtor, and in today's video, we're going to do some property tours in the Austin area of Chicago, the 60651 neighborhood. And what we're going to do here is we're going to look at three properties: a low-cost property, high-cost, and then mid-cost. And we're going to do some virtual shopping here, okay? In the Austin area, there are 34 houses for sale right now, and you can see that. Well, you can't see that by me there. You could see it right there, upper corner right here. 34 houses for sale. The first one we're going to look at is this house that cost $310,000. So 3916 West Grand. Okay, 3916 West Grand. Here it is. Property tax costs are $4,000. So we're going to go to my mortgage calculator, and we're going to look at $310,000. We're going to look at a 3% down payment, 6% interest rate, and then property taxes are, I think I said $4,000. Am I right? $4,000, which is cool. Let's see. $4,000. Okay, cool. And we will calculate a mortgage payment, and I will unveil the mortgage payment after we're done looking at the house. So let's get into it here. The house is set all the way in the back. Okay. You got all this yard in the front. Look at that. All this yard in the front. House is all the way in the back. Let's take a look here. Okay. If you are surprised, let me know in the comments. I don't know that I was expecting this place to be as rehabbed as it is, but hey, my hat's off to them because it looks like they did a fantastic job. So open concept, they're utilizing the space, living room, dining room, and then right away you get smacked in the face with a kitchen set. You know, so they're utilizing all the space that they can, because you can tell on the outside it's a smaller property. They could have utilized more space coming forward. And interestingly enough, I've seen people extend the backs of houses, but I've never seen anybody extend the front. This might be a good candidate to extend the front, and God knows you have all the space that you need to do that. You just need yourself permission from the city and the money to do it. But for what it is, I mean, that's a nice kitchen set. I mean, it's a new kitchen. They're new cabinets. They're very good quality cabinets, and yeah, I mean, it's a nice little kitchen. Cool. Okay, this has to be like the back porch area. This is that a bedroom or a dining room? I want to say this is a continuation of like living space, right? Because it's not a bedroom, right? It's part of the living space. Okay. There is your bathroom. There's that leads to the basement, obviously. Okay, They have their fridge over here. I guess that's the. Yeah, so the fridge is probably around this corner along this wall over here. Okay. There's the bathroom. Okay, that the bathroom, I will say right now, is a great size. I've been looking through, I look through properties all the time. This is a great size bathroom compared to some of the houses that I'm seeing for more money. This is a decent sized bathroom, a lot of walking space in there. Okay, right away we're in what seems to be, I believe, the basement. And that must be a low standing basement, because that fridge, I'm pretty sure, is not an 8-foot, not a 6-foot fridge. Maybe I'm wrong. But look at how much space there is between the ceiling and the fridge. Look at the door, how the door's cut off. It's probably a very low ceiling. Yeah, look at that. Low ceiling, but they have another bathroom down there. Kitchen. There's your ductwork. Okay, that's a gas line, of course, going outside. That's probably what's feeding the house. Oh, and look at this. Signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Okay, cool. You know what might be worth doing here? Let's do this. Let's have a little bit of fun. So I'm going to highlight this guy here. We will come over here to google.com/maps. We'll throw the property into here. And we will do this. We will take a little walk down memory lane. So here's where we're at. Here's the neighborhood. Okay, you're driving down the neighborhood. You pass Eagle Collision. You say, "Oh, where do you live?" Right next to Eagle Collision. And you're driving, and you're like, "Okay, Eagle collision. Eagle collision. Oh, you passed my house. Okay, hold on. You turn around. And then you're like, over here? And they're like, no, behind you. And then you come over here. And you're like, where? Like, all the way over here. Down the, and then like, okay. And then there's the house right there. That's literally, that is it. That is the property right there. Now, okay, let's talk about how much it's going to cost you a month. $2,382. $2,300, you got this. And then, of course, $9,300 for, to get into the property. And then if I do mortgage, calculate, or actually if I do a calculator, here, so you guys can see the calculator, check this out. The property down payment was $9,300. So if I do $9,300 plus, let's talk about $7,000 in closing costs. You're paying about $1,630 overall to get into that house. Now, if you got a down payment assistance program that gave you $7,000, now you're minusing $7,000. Okay. If we were able to get you a credit of like $4,000 to live there, minus $4,000 like a seller credit, you can get in there possibly for $5,300 if everything works out for you. And then there are property tax credits that might work to your favor if we're thinking about doing any of that. But that is the way that we help people get into houses. There are down payment assistance programs, there's seller credits, there's property tax credits, and then you do the math, and then people could end up usually getting to a house for a couple $1,000s. And we can talk about more of that on my webinar. So if you go to the comments section, I will put a link to my Thursday home seller webinar that you can register for, and do it every Thursday at 7:00, and I go one-on-one with people on how to buy houses and what the process looks like. But let's continue on with this here. So we are going to look at our next property. Now, I said we would go to the highest and the lowest, right? The highest in the area that I can show you is $760,000. I will show you a house that costs somewhere in the middle. We'll look at something that costs $500,000. This is a new listing for $500,000. Okay, we will take a look at this new listing here. Very nice property so far. Looks good. I like the front. I love the color of the brick. This looks like it's going to be a rehab. Okay, hopefully it is a rehab. But again, this property costs, where are we at here? $500,000. Property taxes are, they escape me, but we will find them. Oh, $3,174. I will tell you one thing. Even though the property taxes say $3,174, if this property has been rehabbed already, like it looks like it has, the taxes are going to go up on you because it's a rehab. So $500,000, 3% down, and then $3,074. I think that's what I said. Am I right about that? Yeah, $3,174. I apologize. $3,174. The property taxes. Calculate mortgage payment. We'll take a look at it again after we see the property. So, I love the rug. Okay. I don't know if the people live here, but so far the staging looks great. Nice can lighting on the top. Very long profile of the property, and then again with your stairs going to the second floor. That's really cool. I'm not in love with the fixture up here because I think it gets the way of people's line of sight for me, and it just might be the photograph. But okay, you know what? This person who lives here decorated the house. This has to be lived in because all of this stuff is super custom. Like this is a very like specific individual type. So now this makes sense. Now that makes sense to me. I understand that now. It matches the mentality. But if hardwood floors look good, I do like the lightness of the stain, and it's not super dark. I think it's very appropriate with the color tone that they're going for. It makes the house look light. When you go too dark and there's too much contrast, it's got to be your vibe. Very nice fireplace, and very nice selection of mirror. Yeah, whoever is living here has some style here. I don't know what the style is called, but it's a nice style. I do like the layout of the property. I like the wraparound kitchen. See, this is cool that you get to walk down into the dining room and then you're able to take a left turn and now you're curled up into the kitchen. You see what I mean? You get it? You're actually physically curled up into the space to where like it doesn't have to be its own room because it's actually you're surrounded by kitchen, making it like its own separate entity. I do really like that about this property. Bathroom looks good, modern. The flooring was really nice. They've updated, of course, the sink, the shelves in here, and the way that they have them. Good usage of the space. Oh, this is an artist. Yeah, take a look at this. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. I like it. I wonder if it was a stager that actually really did this. And they're like, I'm feeling gray felt couches. And I'm feeling like a peach colored, what is that, curtain with a white guitar and violin on the wall. Like, there might be a person out there like that. Okay. Super nice. Super nice. Very large bed. Very large bed. This looks like it's a California king or queen size bed. It's a really wide bed. There you go. This is staged, That looks good. Kitchen looks fantastic. Okay. Let me know if you guys are a fan of the glass sinks. The only thing about the glass sinks for me, just like I mentioned earlier, maybe in another video about like glass curtains, not glass curtains, glass showers. I like them, but I don't want to clean them. Like, I am not the guy. I don't care if I have like the world's most sexiest squeegee. I don't care. I hate cleaning wet glass. It's terrible. All right, now here is one of the bedrooms. Pretty cool. This is another bedroom, but they're trying to make it look like it's an office space, which is cool. Okay, this is on the second floor, as you can tell by the window. Here we are, of course, yes, on the second floor. This banister needs to come out all the way here. This would be an issue if someone was trying to buy the house FHA. They would ask them to extend this out right to the corner of this here, unless the inspector doesn't care because of the cost of the house. But I would say an FHA inspector would probably catch you up on that. That needs to be longer for safety reasons. You don't want to be walking backwards, doing the moonwalk, and then fall down the stairs. You know what I mean? Basement area looks good. Okay, it's a smaller basement. It looks like a smaller basement. You do have a bathroom down there. Here's your yard, very clean. I would have to ask the neighbors, hey, do you want to go halvesies on the fence just so that I can have that extra privacy, right? I love me a privacy fence. I like the size of this fence. This size of the fence over here, I'd be like, hey guys, do you think we could pitch in and there's your layout and your virtual tour is over. So what does a property that costs $500,000 with $3,000 in property tax go for these days? Well, let's find out. Survey says $3,700 a month mortgage payment, and your down payment is $15,000. So let me see if we can do this again. $15,000. Average closing cost $7,000. With an average down payment assistance program, minus maybe we get $6,000 in credits, $9,500. So it just depends on how the deals are structured and what we can do in order to help you. Help you have to come with low money down. But this was a nice place. Only thing here is that you're looking at a $3,700 mortgage payment. So this was the middle cost house. So now we have to go look at a property that is on the higher end, which in this case is going to be $760,000. This here is $760,000. 760,123. The property tax on this guy. Oh, it's a new build. It's a new build. So we're going to use the very last property taxes that we saw, $4,000. I'll add another $1,000. Well, actually, let's say the property taxes on this house are going to be 5,500. I'm taking a guess here because it's a new build. It's more than the other 500,000. We're gonna call it that. So 1521 North Lawndale. Okay, so far. I mean, this is a new style. I mean, you don't see this style house everywhere. The face looks different. Let me know in the comments, please, if you are a fan of the face of this property. Do you like that? Do you guys like that? Be honest. Be honest. Just because it costs what it doesn't mean that you have to like the front of it. I just want to know, for all practical purposes, is this something that you guys can vibe with? Okay. All right. And of course, you walk in, it's open concept. I'm surprised that the place isn't staged, but then again, not every seller opts for the staging. So I just let me preface everything with that. Can lighting looks good. This, I think, of course, is a closet right when you walk in. I do like the windows in the front. A lot of natural light coming in. You'll get your natural light up into probably this area of the room, and then you got to rely on everything else up above. Open space leading you to a kitchen. Now, it looks like it's a short trip from the front of the house here. We'd have to see it in person to find out, but let's see if we can get closer up of the kitchen. Kitchen is absolutely fantastic, very modern style kitchen. What's different about the kitchen, and let me know if you guys agree with this, look at the color of the cabinets. Look at the backsplash. Look at the color of the appliances. Okay, look at the color of the fixtures. Now look at the island. Does that match, or is it a issue of they're trying to create a contrast and a style? Like, is it on purpose? Is it a miss? Did it hit? I'll tell you personally, myself, beautiful kitchen. I would have a problem with the color of the island. Personally, me. That's just me, though. That's preference. Is it still a lovely kitchen? You bet your bottom dollar it is, right? It really is. I would even say, like, the way that the what is it called? The grains of this wood are looking. That's fantastic. But I would have had somebody go at it with some varnish and make it a darker tone so that could match the rest of this. Then I'd be like, wow. Or even if it was black. Even if it was like an eggshell black, that would have actually been kind of cool also for me. But it does look very executive, I feel like everything that you would put out here would be like on a little plate like this, and the food portion would be extra small, and it would cost $1,000 to eat there. This looks like an expensive restaurant here, I'll tell you that much. Okay, now here is from the kitchen's perspective that way. You get a nice little window over here in front of where you would have your dining room table. If you don't put a curtain there, the people next door can see what you're eating on Thanksgiving, which is okay with me. Let them watch, right? Let them watch me feast. And now this is one of the bathrooms. This is a half bath on the first floor. There's the front, and then of course they're not going to show us the toilet. Why would you? Here is a full bathroom. There is the Jack and Jill sinks, right? At least that's what I call them. Correct me in the comments. People will anyway. It's not a Jack and Jill sink. Whatever. Let me know in the comments, though. Here is I like that. The shower. Shower's nice. Shower is nice. The rain shower, right? This is cool. This is cool. Let me see really quick. That's a stand-up shower. This is another bathroom entirely. So this is a whole nother bathroom. I do like the tile in this bathroom. I will say I do like it. I think it's very very modern, and it does give me a little bit of a homey feel as well. I don't mind it that much. Here's yet another bathroom. Okay, we're going on a bathroom tour here. Nice. Basement. Perfect. Wide open basement. Come down the stairs, and now you have all of this living space. I actually think this is nice because of the fact that you walk in and this is what you get, which is fine. It's your living room. You have people over. It's cool. And then there's your kitchen right away, right? but then you come down the stairs and you have all of this. I think is amazing. Little wine fridge there. I'm sure you can, you got, do whatever here, plates and all that. Oh, we're straight to the yard already? Okay, straight to the yard. Nice yard. Here we go, washer and dryer. Okay, we're on the second floor now. This is a bedroom. Okay, twin size bed, possibly full size if you could, just depending. This is nice. I'm not sure if it's the same bedroom though. I wish they would have labeled these photos. Not bad. This is the another side of the base. This is the basement. I'm pretty sure the fridge is over here again. The wine fridge is over there, or maybe their bedroom basements. Let's see. Dining room, living room, bedroom number 3, bedroom number 2. This is the second floor, but you know what? I don't think we got to see the second floor in here. Unless I'm lying. Hold on. So this is the second floor. 1, 2. Second level. 1, 2. And then the primary bedroom. Let me go back and... Did I miss the primary bedroom? Okay, this is the primary bedroom. Here we go. Primary bedroom. All these bathrooms. Then we go to the basement. Then we go outside. So you see, this is the 1, 2. Okay, I get it. Okay, guys, so this was just an issue of the way that they had their photos ordered in here and the fact that they're not labeled. It's an area of opportunity for the realtor, but at the end of the day, beautiful house. Can't complain about the house. Let's take a look at how much it's going to cost. Home value of $760, 3% down, property tax $5,500. Calculate. Your mortgage payment is $5,440.41. If you can score a 6% interest rate, your down payment is $23,000 just about. So you need about $30,000 to get into this property if the bank's only asking you for 3% down. So again, $5,440. Okay, that's at a property at $750,000. So now that is it. That was the most expensive property. So guys, let me know what other zip codes I should check for you guys in the future, or what other areas specifically, if you have like the name of a neighborhood. Let me know down below. And if you go to my channel and watch the rest of the videos, I actually do property tours where I go in and out of properties. I do drone shots and all that so you can see what they look like. Continue to watch these videos, of course. I'll be doing these all year. And then I also do have some educational content that you'll find on the YouTube channel. And if you go to the link, it's in the comments section. I have webinars for how to sell your house and how to buy a house. But guys, I'm Tony the Realtor. Thank you so much for watching this video and this content. Let me know if you liked the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.